We have headed to the far east of Bali, to the town of Amed, which is meant to be home to some of Bali's best snorkeling sites. Today we'll be visiting 3 different sites, and apparently each one has its own unique feature, and the last is by far the best. So join us as we show you where you need to visit if you want to snorkel here in Bali.
So our first stop of the day is Jemeluk Bay, which is literally like a 15-metre walk from our accommodation. It's definitely one of the more popular beaches in Amed. It's great for snorkeling. There's a few like wirings and stuff located on the beach. And you can also hire some beach chairs as well, which is great because the black sand gets very hot. On a clear day, you can see Mount Agung behind me. It's unfortunately not a clear day today, so we cannot see that. And we've only seen it like once since being here. One thing we weren't quite expecting about Jemeluk Bay and Amed in general is the number of boats that are in the water. I know that it is a traditional fishing town and that has remained, like the beaches are lined with boats, but not only that, the water is filled with them as well. So you do have to be a little bit careful when you're swimming, but the boats are also very careful. We've never seen them get close to people. Like the other day I was in the water and they did ask me to move when they were coming in, which is absolutely fine. You just have to be aware of your surroundings a little bit because the water is filled with boats.
It's time to go snorkeling. Don't worry, Megan's assured me that I look really cool in this outfit. Do I not look cool?
So cool.
So cool?
So cool.
Cool. Let's go find some fish. It's a bit high. It's quite warm in there.
So we have just finished snorkeling at Jemeluk Bay and it was absolutely incredible.
The one thing to note here, 2 things to note here actually. Firstly, that if you come in the morning, the tide is out, or if you come when the tide's out, the corals are very shallow. So to swim over them and get out to the actual deeper bits, like you have to be really careful.
Yeah, especially if you're wearing flippers, don't kick too hard, otherwise you might kick the coral and damage it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And the other thing, not that we experienced it today, one thing we experienced the other day, there's some very, very strong currents here.
Yeah.
We stayed away from where we were the other day, but I'm not an expert at these things, but we got caught in a current at the far end of the bay, where all the wirings are. It was very, very, very strong. So just be careful of currents.
One thing I also noticed today was there a lot more rubbish in the water than we've seen before. Like, it's just like floating on the top and kind of gross to swim in. It
felt like we were swimming in like a rubbish bin at some points. Like you were literally just swimming into another bit of plastic or a coconut or...
So if you are visiting Bali in general, just make sure you clean up your rubbish. Don't litter or anything, otherwise you're damaging like beautiful snorkeling sites like this. Yeah,
it has been raining a lot recently. It's rainy season now, so I wonder if that's why.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't particularly pleasant to swim in.
Something I also noticed, I don't know if you noticed it, I kept on feeling like I was being like stung or something by like tiny jellyfish.
Yeah, but there were no jellyfish in there.
I think like I saw like some weird stuff. I don't know if they were jellyfish or not, but like...
Did you?
Yeah. There was like loads of them. It's just like little like orange dots and like they kind of look like jellyfish, but I don't know if they were jellyfish or just rubbish.
Marvellous.
Yeah.
Didn't fancy sharing that one?
No.
We saw a lionfish though.
Yeah.
I know, yes, they're very invasive and you probably don't really want to see them around a coral reef, but
it was cool.
It was a first for us. That was cool.
And like the amount of marine life we saw was absolutely incredible. We've seen so many different fish that we haven't seen before. And this is probably the worst place we're going today for snorkeling. So can't wait to visit the other places.
And the coral, there's parts that are filled with, unfortunately, dead coral. A lot of people stand on it and, you know, things like that, which damages it. But generally, the reef was so alive. There was like so much like beautiful coral. Oh, it was stunning. Great start to the day.
Yeah. So the area of Amed is actually made up of several small towns such as Lipah, Jemeluk and the town of Amed itself, and all of them are fairly small. Like you can't expect anything massive like big shopping centres or anything like that, but each one has like some small warungs, some cafes, some shops, and a lot of them have like diving centres and free diving centres. So if you want to learn to either scuba dive or free dive, this is definitely a good place to come, but don't expect loads of facilities here because it is a very small and not as touristy place so far.
We have come for some lunch at one of our favourite cafes in Jemeluk Bay. This one's called See You Again Cafe. The drinks here are amazing, the food is nice, they've got a whole range of different stuff on offer, including Indonesian and Western dishes. The main thing though that we love about this place is the view. Like honestly, this view is insane. Unfortunately, it's a bit cloudy today, so it's not at its best, but it is still stunning. When the sun's out, the water is just sparkling blue. You can see the coral reef. You can even see Mount Agung if it's really clear. It's just absolutely insane. We've been here like 3 or 4 times now, and we recommend it just for the view. We've just made it to our second spot of the day, Jemeluk Beach. This beach is very special for one reason, and we can't wait to show you. There are 2 entrances to this beach. So the first entrance you come across, you go through a warung, you pay 25k entry fee, and for that you also get a free drink and a sun lounger. So that's a great thing to do if you are staying here for like half a day or a full day. However, we're only planning to spend a couple of hours here, so we've gone through a different entrance. It's a little bit of a secret, but if you drive down the road another 30 seconds or so, you'll come across another sign, and then you just pull over by there. You come down this little path and you get to the beach for free.
So we have just arrived at the beach, and first impressions is it's very rocky.
Yes, like proper big rocks, not like the black sand of the other beaches. So it's probably not going to be the most fun beach to relax on.
Another thing I've noticed is it's a lot longer than most of the other beaches here as well, but it is like lined with like all the fishing boats and tourist boats as well. There are already a few of the tourist boats here. You can like rent a private boat or a group tour to take you to each of the 3 places we're going today.
That can be a great way of doing it if you don't have your own transport.
Yeah.
But we're gonna take it slow and do it at our own pace.
We're just about to head in and go for an explore to the main thing you come to this beach for. And then a local just came up to us and gave us a little warning. So the main like attraction is just over there where all the boats are. However, he warned us not to go too far left as there are quite strong rip currents here and you don't want to be swept away. We were swimming the other day and almost got taken away by one because they can be quite strong here. So if you are planning on swimming here, just something to bear in mind, don't go too far left of the main attraction or too far out. So we're really excited to go in now. So we've just finished snorkeling and it was absolutely stunning. There was so much marine life and coral. And if you couldn't tell, the other name for this beach is Japanese Shipwreck. Because just a few meters below the surface of the water, there is a big shipwreck. They're not actually too sure about the history of it, However, due to an intact toilet on board, they kind of gathered that it was a Japanese shipwreck, so that's why it's kind of got its name from. It was absolutely stunning. There was so much like different types of fish and everything there. It was absolutely incredible. Definitely a good place to come and snorkel with a shipwreck without having to actually like scuba dive or anything. So highly recommend coming here. So we've just arrived at our last beach for today, Lipah Beach, and this is famous for one thing in particular which I'm really looking forward to. So Lipah Beach is located between Jemeluk Bay and the Japanese Shipwreck Beach, about halfway between. And the one thing here that's meant to be better than anywhere else is you might be able to find turtles. And this has been a place I've been looking forward to ever since we arrived in Bali, but I've always wanted to see turtles, and this is meant to be the best place for it, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not sure which side of the beach is best for seeing turtles. We're going to start on the right hand side, and if we don't see any there, they might be on the left hand side, but we'll have to wait and see. But I'm really looking forward to this.
So we were about to go in the water. I mean, we're in the water, we were about to like dive under. When we just saw a banded sea crate just sat there on the floor chilling. And I mean, we're not exactly that deep yet, so just be careful where you stand. This isn't the first time. We were in the very, very shallows in Jemeluk Bay a couple of days ago. Like, very shallows. Like, less than knee depth. And I decided to swim, and there was one right there on the floor. So, they like the shallow water, just be careful.
They are poisonous?
They're very poisonous. They're not aggressive. If you see one, it's nothing to like worry about. Just don't stand on it, don't bother it, and just like back away.
Just finished snorkeling on the right side of the beach. There were so many beautiful fish and lively coral, and there was a really steep drop off as well, which was quite scary, but unfortunately we didn't see any turtles, so we just headed a bit further up the beach. Hopefully there might be some this side. I'm really hoping there is, but if not, it's still been an incredible day with some amazing snorkeling, but fingers crossed.
Managed to spot it. Seriously, I was swimming the other way and the visibility is quite poor today.
Yeah.
We saw it.
Oh, I'm so happy.
It was so beautiful. It was just chilling.
So majestic.
Oh, wow. I didn't think we would see one.
No, bucket list experience. I'm so happy. We finally saw a turtle.
Oh, it was amazing. It was just right there, chilling, swimming along at a leisurely pace. So cool.
Mm-hmm. It's taken us several attempts of trying, but like probably a few hours actually snorkeling, but we came back another day and it's been a little bit more murky today, but so worth it.
I don't know how you saw it because like I couldn't see it.
No.
And that was like, it's right there. And it must have been a metre away. And only then could I see it.
It's literally just pure luck because like you have to be looking in the right direction at the right time. But yeah.
And in the right place on the beach because the beach is massive. And even like this end of the beach, like it could be anywhere.
But it's such a bucket list experience for us and so glad we managed to finally tick it off the list.
You've literally been talking about it for months.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's the only thing he's been going on about for months.
Yep. But glad it's finally happened. So we have just come back to Jemeluk Bay for one final snorkel because we just couldn't help ourselves. But today has been absolutely incredible. We have seen so much marine life. I cannot believe that we saw a turtle. It's literally my bucket list experience. So glad we ticked that off. Every single place we have been today has been absolutely incredible. So much marine life. I mean, it's just incredible just for the views as well. But definitely recommend getting a snorkel. You can rent them from each of the beaches as well. But if you bring your own, it's a bit more hygienic and stuff. But you can 100% rent them from every place we've been so far. But Amed has been absolutely incredible. There's been so much to do, so much to see, and so much incredible snorkeling and marine life. So we would highly recommend checking out Amed and the whole of East Bali to get off the tourist track and see some amazing underwater animals. So if you have enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe because you will not want to miss where we are going next. We are leaving Bali and heading to a brand new continent, which has been at the top of our travel list for literally 10 years. So make sure you subscribe.
We've just come out and very cool. We saw a pufferfish, which was amazing, but we came out way quicker than we wanted to because there was loads of I'm stinging. Everything stings. I think there must have been like sea lice or something in there. Literally everything is stinging right now, and I'm wearing a rash vest. It shouldn't sting through it. My elbow. This is not fun.